You can bet in a heartbeat that I make quality videos.
Look at this video of a child disappointed at their expensive gift. Children are so spoiled these days. That's cool. So why did their parents upload their small child being upset online in a public video, shared to the entire video? Why did they even save the recording? Like, the kid in that scenario could be saying the most entitled nonsense in the world, and if their parents posted online to be publicly shamed, I'd still support the kid 100%. Thinking your child's life is a toy to exploit freely for content is spoiled. When faced with mommy vloggers, kids should be demanding 3 PS5s and a new Bugatti, and we should be applauding them for it. This also tends to attract a lot of responses from grown adults eager to fantasize about how they'd punish the kid. And if your power fantasies involve you owning an 8-year-old, in the metaphorical sense, not the sixpencey sense, I don't even know what to say. Also, there are a lot of expensive gifts that are really thoughtless. If an 8-year-old wants a Lego set and you buy them a model train set and they get pissed about it, you're the problem. I don't care that the thing was expensive. If you didn't ask or ignored what they wanted, that's on the parents. A lot of people seem to not realize or care why kids want specific things, and also that kids don't get what money is. They haven't had it beaten into them yet that they're supposed to like expensive things more than less expensive things. What they find enjoyable may have nothing to do with how expensive it is. And that fries the brain of well-off parents who care about things primarily as status symbols. The notion that someone could be happier with something that costs $20 than something that costs $2,000 infuriates them on a deep subconscious level. It's also limited by parents' lack of knowledge about tech, so they can't understand why someone who wanted a Switch would be upset if they got a PS5. It's more expensive, so clearly it's just the same thing but better in their mind. They don't know or care that their kid really wanted to play Mario and that they can't do that on the PS5, so they process it as ungratefulness. Kids also don't have a huge amount of experience in anything, and it's a parent's job to teach them. This sounds incredibly obvious, doesn't it? Before a family Christmas celebration, when all 5 of us happened to be lounging around together, I announced we were playing present practice. I wrapped a toy frying pan in a muslin cloth and handed it to a child, who unwrapped it and mimed amazement. The older children and their father were all awarded points for their simulated appreciation, and the baby got points just for learning to unwrap something. On the second pass, we all leveled up to making a grateful comment in reaction to this particular gift, such as, "This will go in my collection of frying pans," and "Now I can cook one very small egg." For the 6-year-old, I very seriously presented the important and tricky case study of unwrapping a large exciting box to find a single pair of socks. The child suggested a reaction of, "This is great, how surprising," but their face changing to seriousness and the tone of giving the giftee useful feedback for the future, "I'm not very interested in socks." They explained the utility of passing on this feedback. So this being present practice, I received this reaction with the grace and thoughtful attention of an award-winning director, and we discussed how we would leave that part out for our more sensitive audiences. The children also traditionally give small, cheap, or handmade presents to their family members. Each parent takes each child secretly in hand to prepare a present for the other parent. The 6-year-old also has access to the PTA school shop, where the PTA purchase small shitty items, scented candles, bars of soap, cheap socks, and sell them to the school kids for £1.50 each, and wrap them on the spot. The 6-year-old carefully squeezes the value from the £10 we give them for this purpose, and squirrels away their mysterious bag of wrapped gifts like it's a state secret. The 3-year-old is given pocket money and taken shopping. There is now emotional investment in giving. We whisper together quietly about how much people will like the gift. The 3-year-old frequently whispers hotly into my ear about the item they chose for their grandmother. A tissue cover, Lamau. The children therefore watch adults carefully when their own offerings are unwrapped and admired. When they see us reacting with amazement and gratitude to their gifts, it maps that pathway and lights it up. It also teaches pretty early on that giving is actually supposed to be rewarding and is a more reliable source of cheer, as you can always control the feeling giving, while getting is tiresomely at the whim of an external giver, isn't it? and it reinforces that a certain degree of social performance is expected. Present practice is a fun game to play, so the kids do it to each other. It's a funny trick to play on a parent, too. You can hand a parent something hilarious, like a potato wrapped in toilet paper, and see them try to do a level 3 reception on it. This will be my favorite ever potato, I say mistily. How did you guess what was in my heart? For high-pressure present opening situations, you can just sit back and watch, really. Even when I had to let them open USA grandparent Christmas presents over Zoom at the house of the British grandparents, the children spontaneously decided to receive presents in the guise of angels. I was giving the kids wild thumbs up from behind the camera as they warmly enthused over the sentiments in the cards before even looking at the gift. Does it sound artificial? Well, they have fun, and they're kind, and they love giving and receiving. They're nice and well-behaved, and people love to give them presents. It's all social performance, and you're expecting super high-level software to run on kid hardware, which is like trying to program Plant Pathology 101 onto a border collie. Kind of an unfair expectation on the framework, mate. I'd suggest the first port of call is literally teaching kids how to get presents. If it isn't incredibly obvious, I condemn the parents in OP's post for so many reasons. But I think the most damning thing is not teaching a behavior and then being like, ooh, whoa, where did this behavior come from? While filming it. That is not just stupid and cruel, which it is, but actively ongoing proof of failing at the fundamental job. People are often stupid and cruel, as well as ignorant and accidentally harmful. And as a society, we don't necessarily feel that should stop you from being a parent until it harms the child. Well, this kind of thing that OP describes has another layer to me, and that's the one where they've just failed the work. Sure, so they're not very nice or good people in one moment on the internet. Okay, whatever, I'm not a cop. But fundamentally failing at the framework of the job, though, that doesn't come from nowhere, and is harder to misconstrue or scramble the context. That really does come back to not teaching a child and then being mad because they aren't taught. I tried to be more positive in the post, though. Sorry, OP, if it sounded too positive, strangeness. Your sixpence comment is very funny.